For the first year, marriage runs on pure chemical romance. We ignore red flags and bury annoyances until the chemicals fade and the illusion shatters. When the honeymoon haze ends, the arguments begin. As spouses start pointing out each other's flaws, most people assume the relationship is breaking. Vedic astrology offers a different perspective. In this tradition, the sudden onset of post-wedding conflict is the exact intended feature of the institution. This friction marks the launch of a highly engineered, deliberate psychological test. Left to our own devices, we are deeply resistant to self-correction. We inherently believe our personalities are correct and our actions are justified, essentially grading our own lives with a perfect score. Because we struggle to see our own faults, ancient systems introduce an external auditor into our lives to grade our characters. This is the Vedic role of the spouse, the examiner. Stepping into a marriage is stepping into a boxing ring. Intense emotional and intellectual sparring is mandatory, yet there is a strict rule. You cannot knock the other person out. If your partner falls, you must help them back up so the match can continue. An examiner's job is to relentlessly expose your blind spots. They circle your character, identifying your flaws and forcing you to adapt to their observations. Ancient societies engineered the marriage system as a crucible to break down the individual ego and force personal growth. Astrology serves as the diagnostic manual for this examination, revealing exactly who you are getting into the ring with. The manual identifies two core variables, starting with the lognom. This outer mask dictates how you appear in society, projecting heroism or authority. The second is the Chandra Rasi, or moon sign. This reveals the inner emotional self, how a person truly behaves in deep intimacy. This duality explains the common shock of a spouse changing after the wedding. In most cases, you courted the public lognom, but you married the intimate Chandra Rasi. Understanding these two layers stops you from being fooled by the cover of the book, allowing you to see the person beneath the social armor. The diagnostic manual goes deeper through nakshatras, or specific star signs. Misunderstandings of these complex personality profiles led to ancient rumors of cursed brides and grooms. For instance, the Ashlesha star was traditionally feared for bringing bad luck to in-laws. In reality, it signifies deep internal insecurity and possessiveness, requiring a highly supportive partner to manage. The Mula star is often branded as deadly to a spouse's family. The psychological reality is simply an investigative personality, one that will inevitably dig up and expose hidden family secrets. The Jyeshta star signifies a natural leader, though it carries a reputation for intense political maneuvering and backstabbing within family circles. These ancient warnings are psychological profiles. They provide the specific details of the mental exam you are signing up to take. Astrology is not a tool for finding a conflict-free, perfect match. In this system, such a person does not exist. The chart maps the origin of relationships by looking at different houses. The 5th house governs love and creativity, while the 7th house governs traditional partnership. A connection between the two indicates the path of a modern love marriage. Regardless of how a marriage begins, the goal is pairing two imperfect people who possess compatible flaws. A successful match is simply finding an examiner whose specific critiques you can tolerate and whose flaws you are equipped to handle. Failing this cosmic test has consequences. If you refuse your examiner's feedback and fiercely defend your ego, the relationship collapses into resentment. Embracing the friction allows for adaptation. By accepting criticism and correcting your personality, you undergo a genuine psychological evolution. Surviving this grueling lifelong exam refines the human soul. Vedic astrology defines marriage as a transformative crucible designed to push the individual toward ultimate spiritual liberation, or moksha.